It's pretty rare for people to be able to find in their lifetime something that speaks to them. And that's what makes us all unique as people, is because my passion is different to your passion. Cycling speaks to me like business might speak to someone else, and I'm a competitive person. I love the lifestyle that being an athlete leads. It's healthy, it's active, it keeps me fit and strong, and that makes me feel good. As much as we want to learn from where we've been in the past, and we look forward to the future, and we set goals and we strive for things that we want to achieve, the most important moment in anyone's life in achieving anything is today and now.
Anna Meares is the most successful female track cyclist in history, having won 5 Olympic medals and been crowned world champion 11 times. She is now qualified to represent Australia once again at the Rio Olympics.
I think a lot of people don't realise how young the sport of track cycling is for women and women's participation. In 1988 was the first women's track event, and so actually in the history of the Olympic Games there have only been 7 Olympic sprint champions in the women's disciplines, and I'm very proud that I'm one of those. I've experienced some incredible highs in representing my country, and my sport has taken me all around the world, and I know that through my sport I get a lot out of it, and I can also give a lot back to people who watch me participate and face those challenges and hurdles that come as a result of being an elite athlete.
With the highs come the inevitable lows. And during the World Cup, 7 months out of the Beijing Olympics, Anna's career came crashing down around her.
In 2008 in Los Angeles, I had an accident and fell, hitting my head on the velodrome, which caused my neck to break on the left side.
The force at which Anna had hit the ground fractured her C2 vertebrae, dislocated her right shoulder, and tore a number of ligaments and tendons. Unconscious and unaware of the extent of her injuries, Anna was millimetres away from never walking again. Sister Kerry, who was also competing in LA, was first on the scene.
I would literally just run over to her and see if she's okay, and chatted with her, and I end up being able to hitch a ride on the ambulance with her to, just talk with her while she's in the ambulance going to the hospital, and stayed there and helped her get comfortable while she's going through scans and tests, and it was a very stressful event for her at the time.
Back home in Queensland, Australia, Anna's parents were completely unaware of the unfolding drama on the other side of the world.
Well, we were in Middlemount. Hubby was in bed on night shift, and I got a phone call to let me know that Anna had an accident.
I was sound asleep in bed. The wife woke me up, and it was a bit wily, so I had to sort of say to her, well, look, we've still got to hold ourselves together.
Sorry.
I didn't know the extent of the injuries at the time when I fell until I got to the hospital quite a few hours later, and all of the scans and stuff had come back. And that very night at the hospital, before my coach left, I said to him, I'll still be right for Beijing.
Anna had set herself a seemingly impossible goal to qualify for the Beijing Games. The challenge ahead would take more than a miracle.
You've gone from being at your physical peak to all of a sudden you can't even walk, you can't even hold your own neck up. You're lying in a bed constantly. And then the mental doubt kicks in. Am I going to recover? Am I ever going to be the best? So it's not only dealing with the physical side of it, it's dealing with the mental side of it if you're ever going to bounce back to where you were.
Anna's father wasn't convinced it would be possible, even for Anna.
I actually took a look at her in Melbourne, and I said to the wife, there's no way she's going to make Beijing. But I had underestimated the willpower of the girl.
There was no doubt in Anna's mind, though, that her recovery and ultimate qualification for the Australian team would become a reality.
10 days after I fell, I pedalled for a minute, That afternoon I got back on and I pedalled for 5 minutes. So I thought, if I can do that in a day, what can I do in a week? By the end of the week, I was pedaling 20 to 25 minutes, and that was just where it all started.
Because she still had this neck fracture that was still very vulnerable. If she had a fall or she fell over, there was a high risk of her damaging her spinal cord, which could leave her quadriplegic. But she was still determined, very determined, to make the Olympic team.
I started to focus on what was required to make things better and make myself better. And by the time my neck brace came off, my physical condition was actually pretty good.
After an intense few months of mental and physical rehabilitation, and against all odds, Anna qualified for the 2008 Olympics.
In Beijing, I crossed the line second, and I realised at that point what I had actually been through. Although I wasn't the very best at the competition, that was the very best that I could possibly be in.
To come away with silver, that was the best gold medal she'd ever had. She'd made it. Just the determination to get there and do it. That's what helped her.
I do that to set the bar so high that other people can strive for it in the future. It's how improvement works. It's how we become better in ourselves and better for the next generation.
I never expected her to do it, but she did.